Alright, Derek. You ready to take everyone down? We're gonna beat up so many people. Macrocosmos, Elijah.
We sure are.
Anyhow, speaking of how people are going to die, let me tell you about the universe lining up. So I think earlier I told a story about my pal, one of my coworkers named Fitzy, and one time he was working at VR, or he's covering at VR, virtual reality, because we have a virtual reality thing at our arcade, and the scanner was on the fritz, so it was occasionally turning on and off, and he radios me. He's like, Zinker, the VR scanner isn't working, because we use scanners, they use game cards, whatever. So I radio him like, did you try asking it nicely to turn back on? And then I'm looking, like, I'm all the way at the arcade office. I can see him at VR from all the way across the room. And you just see him turn to the VR scanner. And his mouth moves. I can't hear what he's saying because obviously I'm across the room. And then it turns back on, and he just looks back, and he just has this face of pure, like, disappointment. I just rated him like, there you go, Fitzy. Anyhow, I bring that up.
You know, I have a story like that.
Okay, well, you're gonna fucking wait, okay? You
I'm
wait your turn? It's my turn in the spotlight! I have stories! I've forgotten, like, most of them, because I didn't write any of them down. But I have them. Alright, anyhow. So, in the office...
Why is this guy telling us to get on the lift?
I don't know! He's trying to stop us! Okay, I can go back out. I'm going
Talk
to.
to
I'm
the
going
lady.
for that TM.
See what she says.
She say something?
I hope so. She wouldn't be a very good receptionist if she didn't say anything.
Alright, eerie impulse. Anyhow, I think there's another one here, actually. No, there's not an item here, though. Where is it? Maybe there's not an... Oh, there it is. Rare candy. Pretty certain there's another item.
Whoa, that's so rare.
What's up?
I said, whoa, that's so rare.
Yeah. Anyhow, so I'm in the main arcade office. So, not where I could see VR this time, but in the actual office area where there's desks. My screen went black. I thought I went to a cutscene, but I didn't. Welcome. This is the front desk for Rose Tower. Thanks.
She has no idea what's going on currently.
Just like a receptionist. That's right, receptionist.
Watches battle.
You just got
Zinker,
Speletons.
She just watches She just watched you beat up someone who works there's Pokemon and just like, hello. Can I help
Also, who designed this tower?
This
Anyhow,
tower is just one elevator.
Also, I like how people can just stop it anywhere you want. This could literally be like 100 battles if they wanted. Which, honestly, this would be a way cooler mount battle in a way. Anyhow, trying to get back to my story. I'm in the arcade office area. And what you need to know is there's this button. There's this doorbell button installed on my manager's desk. It was supposed to be installed all the way at the back loading dock. So when someone pressed it, it would ring a doorbell. And it would let us know at the office that there's a package that needs to get picked up. Instead, it's installed in my manager's desk nowhere near the back loading dock because I don't actually know. I'm just as lost as you guys are. I didn't even choose... What? Wait a sec. Oh, that's Hop's...
That's Hop.
I didn't realize Hop was worthless, but I should have. Anyhow, what I like to do is I like to ring it and tell a team member, I'm like, oh, there's a package in the back loading dock. Can you go grab it? Is that what it means? I'm like, yes. Then they'll go all the way back there. It's like, there's no package. I'm like, oh, huh. Could have sworn there was. Someone must play Ding Dong Ditch. Anyhow, Fitzy knows about the doorbell because I did it to him once. And then, so I
That's annoying.
he walks up one day, pretty much last week, and he's like, does this button even work? And I told him, does this button even still work? And I said, no, it doesn't work anymore. He goes and presses it, and nothing happens. He's like, oh, I guess it doesn't. I'm like, I didn't even really know that. But you know, Fitzy, the universe is a funny thing of aligning to make sure I am always right. And I'm like, you know what, Fitzy? In fact, that button is now properly working. And I walk over, and I go and press it, and then it rings. And he just looks... he just looks so upset. He goes, he presses it, it rings again, and I'm like, yeah. He just... The universe
I just didn't press it right the first time. But...
The universe always aligns to make me right. So if you guys ever wonder who's more right in an argument between me and Derek, it's always me, because the whole universe will... The whole reality will change to make me right. And... the whole reality will change to make Derek wrong. I believe.
I'll just go out and change reality. I won't wait for it. I'll just go change it.
Exactly. Did this freeze? No, I was pressing the wrong button. We created an extraordinarily lift that's safe even for a Pokemon battle.
What's she doing with her face?
Why?
That's a good question.
Also, I like how the construction team is the bad guys here. These are just construction people. These are construction workers.
Yeah, I must ask you once again, please don't interfere.
Anyhow, Derek, what's your story? You said you had one and you just didn't say it.
Yeah. Well, so, anus. The one day we were cutting down a tree in the woods, and
right.
A popular method for cutting down trees is if you want it to fall a certain direction, what you do is you basically take like a cable, wrap it around the tree, and that cable you attach to a lever like a ratcheting lever. And what you do is you basically tighten the cable, so it puts tension on the tree. You just tie it to like another tree usually, so it'll pull it towards that direction when you cut it down. So it only can really fall that one way.
Right.
Helps keep the tree from falling backwards towards something you might not want it to fall towards. So we had similarly, so you can do that pre-cutting a tree, or you can cut down. What we did is I think because we didn't really care which way it fell.
Right.
You just we cut the tree down, or we cut the tree down, put like a notch in the back, and then classic lumberjacking with a chainsaw, and
right.
The tree falls a little bit. I think it fell off its stump. But it got caught up in branches.
Okay.
And on like another tree, so like it didn't fall completely. You got stuck. So
okay, hop is extremely
method around this,
which is a complete surprise.
Yeah. So again, method around this is you tie cable around the tree, tie cable around another tree, and take the lever and ratchet it. The difference here is because the tree's already been pulled off, you're literally just tightening, or you're just basically pulling the tree towards you. So when it goes to fall, it's going to fall towards you.
Okay.
And so it's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's not really relevant, but I'm just throwing that out there. So like we tighten it down a bunch.
If you can get hurt by having trees fall on you.
So like we tighten it down a bunch, and like it's super tight.
Zipper, so.
Eventually we.
I'm sorry. Can we just talk about that for a moment? Any Pokemon with Sap Zipper could have a tree fall on them, and their special attack's gonna increase, and that's it. They won't fear. Nothing will happen to them. Go on.
So we like tighten it up a bunch, and like
Right.
the tree's just like it's just like too caught up. I think it was like I think it was caught in branches probably, and like maybe it was like resting against the tree or something like that. But it's tighten up real tight, and we like cannot physically move the lever anymore because it's just so tight. We just cannot tighten it anymore.
Right.
And like everyone's like complaining, or like my dad's complaining that like, I can't get this thing to move. Maybe we might have to wait overnight, see if the wind, if the wind will push it around,
right,
or something. Trying to figure out something to do it. Me being the teenager I was at the time, who was bored, I pick up a stick, and I'm like, I got it, guys. And I throw the stick at the wire, at the cable, and it just like it hits the cable, goes like dung. It was a huge like this loud sound, and then like everybody's just like looking at it, and everyone's like, Derek, why'd you do that? And like nothing happened. Just like why'd you do that? Like, what makes you think that was going? And like as someone's like saying something, we hear like this like loud like tree falling sound where like the tree starts sliding, and like everybody just like stops and just looks at it in disbelief, and the tree gets caught up again. It doesn't finish falling, and everyone's like, wow, like, and someone else is like, could you they're like, I can't, could you imagine if that just, and then as soon as like someone else starts saying something, it just goes again and just completely falls.
I think it would be even funnier if instead of the wire, you threw the stick at the tree and then the tree fucking fell.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been better.
I don't know why people said that. That makes sense though. If you hit the wire at the stick.
It's so little force. It's compared in the grand scheme of things, that added so little force to like what the tree was already under. But apparently it was enough.
Yeah.
To be honest, it may have just fallen on its own without us adding anything to it, but regardless,
no,
maybe that may have just been good timing.
I think it was the wire. Like you like, yeah.
Hitting the wire was definitely the best part to hit, especially because it was higher up. It was a little higher up on the tree. That was definitely the best part to hit. And that was why I aimed.
Because it would cause it to contract a little bit, which might be to start getting the tree to move down.
Apparently it was.
Yeah.
But everybody in the Zinker, in the grand scheme of everything, with all the force that tree was currently under from how tight the wire was to it, and like gravity trying to pull the tree down as is through the branches, like the fact that little bit of added force was what made the difference was just like astonishing.
Well, keep in mind it also it actually did like by the sound it made, that would have to have made like some sort of a, I guess we would call it jiggle force.
It was a huge twang.
Because it would have to, so it'd have to be like contracting and extending and contracting over and over again. So it might even just be that it kept repeating the little force over and over again. We out of an episode? Oh yeah, we're
regardless. I can say with confidence, I have a 100% success rate on knocking down trees by throwing sticks at them when I intend to.
That's so specific. It's almost worthless. Next time on Speletons.
To be honest, I could even chop off. To be honest, I could chop off the when I intend to. I don't think I've ever. I definitely. Well, no, it's when I intend to, because I've thrown plenty of sticks at trees.
Bye.
But I wasn't trying to knock them down. I was just trying to hit them.